Welcome back, everybody. It's 8:17. It's one of the single worst things a person or a couple can go through, but a new web service is trying to make divorce a little less painful. WeDivorce lets couples go through the process without dragging them through a prolonged court battle. So joining me now in the Good Day Chicago studios to talk about this one is family law attorney Mitch Gordon. Mitch, always good to see you.
Good to see you.
So we hear about divorce online, $5 and you're done in 5 minutes. Is it ever a good idea to use a service like this?
You know, I think in very limited, very sort of rare circumstances, maybe a marriage that's like a year, there's no assets, there's no kids, very rare circumstances. You know, everybody's life is unique, so to say I found a form online and it will fit nicely into your life is generally a mistake.
Okay, so you say, though, that going through something like this, going online and filling out one of those forms, can cause you more pain in the long run other than just sitting and standing in court and looking at each other, arguing in front of the judge.
It can. You know, I actually see a lot of people come hire me after they've downloaded these forms, after they've tried to go to court and have it approved by a judge, and the judge actually will reject them.
Why? Because this stuff is not legally binding?
Some of the items that the parties have agreed to don't fly. They're not, they're against public policy, the judges will reject them, or they don't conform with the law, and judges reject them. And that actually causes a lot of hard feelings between the people because they say, well, I thought we had a deal.
All right, so if one couple says, the husband says, okay, I'm going to give you the car and this piece of furniture, the judge can say, no, that's not going to work. That's not going to fly here.
Yeah, I mean, you know, in that circumstance, sure, but the big one is a lot of times people say, well, I don't have to pay child support ever. And a judge will outright reject something like that.
Okay.
Which causes hard feelings because some people say, well, I would have never agreed to give you the house if you didn't agree to a waiver of child support. Now all bets are off. People feel like they've been duped. There's hard feelings. It actually can make things worse.
Well, let me throw this out at you, Mitch. Some people say it's cheaper to do it online, get it done, not paying somebody like you, a divorce attorney, because sometimes they say the attorneys are the ones that just kind of make things go a little bit longer than they have to.
I hear it all the time. And who wouldn't want the appeal of, would you like your divorce to be amicable and less expensive than all the horror stories you hear? Of course, but if you have a plumbing problem in your house, you don't just hand somebody on the street $20 and say, hey, I know you know how to turn on a faucet. Can you fix my plumbing? It might make it worse.
Right. Okay. So how can people going through this right now, going through a divorce, how can they cut some money, cut some costs there?
I mean, a big thing you do is stay organized and actually stay in communication with your lawyer. A lot of people think that if you're not talking to your lawyer, it's less expensive. It actually makes things worse. Keep yourself organized. Get your documents organized. Don't hand your attorney a shoebox full of random papers because they pay to sort through all that stuff. Make copies. Here are my tax returns. Here are my bank statements. Here's what's important to me, attorney, and you're going to be able to move it right along.
But shouldn't you have that conversation with try to, if you can, have that conversation with your husband or your wife? My husband and I, when we went through our divorce, we tried to have a conversation before we got to our attorneys.
Well,
and things worked out.
Takes two to tango in a divorce as well.
Okay, good deal. People want more information about what to do if they are going through a divorce. Where can they find you?
They can find me at bradfordgordon.com. All my contact information is there.
All right, good deal. Mitch Gordon, always good to see you.
Thanks, good
Thank
to see you.
Thank you so much. It's 8:20 right now. Let's toss it on over to the Great Lakes Weather Authority.